the innovative methods that I use to engage my students, instead of just lecturing, we do project-based learning. So they're actually not just sitting and listening to me talk, they are actually getting to work on projects themselves. And then I also have them give each other feedback, so it's kind of like peer teaching. So it's not just listening to me and my opinion on everything. They are able to talk to each other, learn from each other, give each other advice, which helps them with their critical thinking, and it helps their projects improve. The way I make my classes inclusive in BIC is everyone's going to be coming to class seeing things through their own lens, through a different perspective. And so when I create my assignments, I have parameters of, let's just say for computer art, if I have a photo composite project. So there's parameters in the project that says, okay, we're going to be taking portraits, high key portraits on a white background, and then you get to composite images into them so that they learn the software. And so those are the parameters. But within those, once they do the parameters, then they are able to approach it through their lens any way they want. So they can bring in their cultural elements, they can bring in their own interests, so that not everybody is creating the exact same project. Everyone will have a unique project within the parameters of the assignment, which is a way to make everybody feel welcome and comfortable. I approach equity in my class many different ways. People will be coming into my class. I have a whole range in BIC. We have 18-year-olds, we have retired people, we have some people who have never touched a computer, we have some people who have done computers their whole life. So because everyone's coming in with a different ability, how I approach my projects is I say they have to reflect, let's say, 10 or 15 hours worth of work. So if someone has used, let's say, Illustrator or Photoshop for years, their 10 to 15 hours worth of work is going to be vastly different than someone who's never touched the software. So as long as there's effort and improvement, then I grade everyone on their own abilities versus trying to have everybody meet a certain standard, because it is individualized learning. My teaching philosophy is based off of a quote by Mother Teresa that says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. I translate that to the classroom, and it's, if you want to change the world, go to class and support your students. So my teaching philosophy is, I'm not just teaching the curriculum, I'm trying to teach the whole person from a holistic approach. So I'm the cheerleader, a coach, a counselor, an advocate. I truly believe that this approach of helping the student believe in themselves and become the best version of themselves they could be goes beyond just learning the curriculum. And the success of one will affect the lives of many, and the success of many can change the world. One approach is I try to stay current with trends that are happening. We're doing in computer art low poly art right now, which is done in Illustrator, and it's kind of like triangle shapes. It was interesting with the Olympics that were just on. A lot of the graphics were done in the low poly style, so people were able to see the relevancy there of what's popular. Also, we have in my studio photography class, there's a TikTok influencer who has like 300,000 followers and drinks really fast. So for my Freezing a Moment in Time project, I said, well, let's try to do some promotional pieces for your TikTok. So that kept it relevant to him, because I'm trying to, my goal is with teaching is to have the students do projects that they're interested in and that they're going to be able to put in their portfolio. So we never are creating the same, there will never be a class where everyone is creating the exact same image. He was excited about it, the students were excited about it, and he's going to be able to use them for promotional pieces, so that keeps it relevant. I know my students are learning because we are a project-based department, so I'm teaching software for the most part and photography. So I can tell they're learning by the beginning of the semester, where they start, to the end of the semester, where they finish. how have their skills improved in the software. So because we're a visual department, it's very easy to visually see. I do more projects than I do testing because I believe that the hands-on learning approach in creating the portfolio is the goal of the VIC department. The students know they're learning too by feeling more comfortable with the software and the pieces they're creating. What's interesting is I teach portfolio. I teach the intro classes. I also teach portfolio, which is the capstone class. And to see the students even talk about their own work, their growth from their first semester here to their last semester here, and they're impressed with themselves how far they've come. So it's pretty exciting.